What's up, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets and DFS. I'm here with my partner Riaz, bringing you guys this 9-game slate here on Monday. Thank you guys for tuning into the NFL video yesterday. The video absolutely smashed. We got a lot of subscribers too. We're currently on the road to 1,000 subs. We're currently sitting at 911 subscribers, and we are just hoping that we can get to 1,000 before the end of the year. It's a tough task, but I know you guys can do it. Currently, we're at like 60% of you guys aren't subscribed, so it's free. It's absolutely free to hit the subscribe button as well as hit the like button. So thank you guys for all the support. As well, we offer a free Discord for our subscribers to hop into. You can just jump right in there. The link is going to be in the description. Everyone talks picks. It's a really fun time. We're in there chatting about the sports. People are talking about other sports as well that we don't cover on this channel. So you can get a lot of good information in there. Hopefully win some cash. Also, in the corner of the screen, PrizePicks is offering the 12 days of Picksmas. It's a new promotion that they're running. So if you're on PrizePicks currently, you know that they do the Taco Tuesdays and whatnot. Right now, we're still kind of waiting on some more information, but I figured it's going to be just kind of discounts on certain players, maybe some deposit bonuses and whatnot. But if you're also not signed up for PrizePicks, you can sign up now using promo code Upstate, and that's a free $100 deposit match. So if you put in $100, you get $100 back to play with. You can do all the way up to 100, so you can even do 25, 50, 75, however you want to play. It's a really fun, simplified daily fantasy sports app where you can mix and match sports. We've had a good time on it. The channel's been growing. Like I said, you guys have been killing it. So we're going to attack this 9-game slate here. And the first guy I want to talk about in the points category is going to be Domantas Sabonis. So a guy that we've kind of been on and off so far this season, but truthfully he's had kind of an on and off year. He's had some floor games that have came, really ugly in terms of like 4 points, 6 points. But he's also a guy that has exploded for triple doubles. He's had 30-point games. So I like this matchup here against the Warriors. Obviously the Warriors are good, but they're home in Indiana tonight. I don't think Indiana's going to win this game, but realistically, they're on this huge homestand. They've played the last 6 games at home, and really Sabonis has been playing well. It kind of sucks when Miles Turner gets going, because then it kind of takes away from Sabonis a little bit. But we've seen Sabonis get here just in 8 shots, so he gets to the line a decent amount of game. We see him take around 6 to 7 foul shots a game as well, and he can step out and shoot the 3. I think this is an opportunity for him to put up maybe 3 to 5 3-pointers in this game tonight. So hopefully he hits him at a decent clip. He's shooting 30% from there in the season. He's also shooting almost 60% from the field, which is awesome to see. He's been on a tear, really. He's hit this 4 out of the last 5 games. I really like him in the spot tonight.
Sabonis is in a great spot. Like I always say, I love targeting big men against Golden State, and Sabonis is a great big man. Not only can shoot the 3, but his perimeter game and his mid range is unbelievable. He's coming off back-to-back games where he's shooting 100% from 3, which isn't that great if you really look at it. Hit 1 last game, but then he was 2 for 2. 2 games ago against New York, so he's taken threes, which is very promising to see. There's really no one that can really compete with him down low. So Sabonis at 17.5 is just a great line for him. He can be really right around 20 points every single game. And like Dale touched on, there's been some up and down games where he gets 25, and then the game after he gets 6. So a lot of upside for Sabonis. And the next guy we want to talk about is Garrison Matthews for the Houston Rockets. His line's sitting at 12.5. Unbelievable shooting performance out of him as of late. Just absolutely smashing. He had 12 against Memphis, and then if you just look at his last 4 after that, and honestly, the last 7, 8 games, he's gotten over this. He's been absolutely going off. But not only that, his 3-point shooting has been unbelievable. There's games he's shooting 11 threes, making 5 of them. 2 nights ago, he went 6 for 11. It's just kind of crazy the amount of volume and just shots he puts up every single game. 12.5 just seems way too low. His matchup against Atlanta is just it's just not that difficult. He's probably going to have Kevin Huerter on him that really doesn't bring much of a threat. But what the big thing about Matthews is he's not that fast guard that's going to beat you to the hole or have just spectacular moves where he's just going to break the defender's ankles. The big thing is he gets off the pick and rolls and starts knocking down a couple threes is what we really need here tonight at 12.5. So I think this line, if he continues to go out there and drop 20, 15 points every single night, I mean, his line's going to move up. So we got to keep getting it at a discount here, and 12.5 is just too low.
Yeah, the last 7 games, he's hit besides for this last game against Memphis, where he was half a point under this line that they have him at today. But you can see really on the screen, averaging 16.5 for the last 5 games. But really over the last 7, he's hit over this. Tremendous shooter, really, and he's been getting us a lot of run, a lot of run. He's played upwards of 40 minutes in a lot of these games, 38, 32 we've seen in there for a floor. But Houston's been surprisingly pretty good over the last 10 games. They're about 7-3 in their last 10 games. Let's hope that they can make this game competitive tonight. He's just been one of those guys that's just been a huge spark for them in this nice run that they're having kind of in the midseason here. I'd really like him to have a solid game tonight going against this Atlanta team. Like you said, the defensive side of the ball doesn't really scare me for Atlanta in terms of the shooting guard position. So I really like Matthews here to get his shot rolling. I think they're going to need his production here. We're going to jump over to rebounds. And another guy we're kind of looking at here, we've attacked this Cavs team in multiples of different ways. We've been on Allen, but unfortunately the Allen train left the station a couple games ago, but he was hitting for like 10 straight games. Unbelievable. We're actually going to pivot over here to Evan Mobley, one guy that we really haven't been on so much on this Cleveland team, but tremendous rookie, tremendous player in general. But he's at 8.5 rebounds here. He's averaging 10 over the last 5 games. And we know the ceiling, man. He's going to get a ton of run, and we know that he can grab upwards of 15. And I think the ceiling for him in rebounds comes to 18, 20, and I think we're going to see a game like that over the course of the season. So 8.5, I really feel is a discount here. I like Mobley in the spot.
The big thing about Mobley here is with Kevin Love coming back, it doesn't take anything away from him. I feel like it kind of boosts up his value a little bit, especially against this Miami Heat team with no Bam, no Jimmy Butler. They're going to run small. They're going to run Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero. They're going to have Denman down low who grabs a bunch of boards. But really, other than that, we're not going to see Duncan Robinson guarding him or anyone like that. Mobley's just this big, tall guy that is just so athletic, and he's really a phenomenal player. I mean, he stretches the floor, and with all these guys on the Cavs that can grab boards, it's pretty unbelievable that they all go out and grab 10 apiece, which is awesome to see. But with this matchup, I don't think Deadman's going to be very much concerned with Mobley. I think he kind of goes under the radar to grab 10, 11 boards in this game. Deadman's really going to focus on Jared Allen. Could potentially get Jared Allen in foul trouble if he tries just to really cause a problem. And Mobley, he can play the center role, which is really nice to see. He's tall enough. He uses his body well down low to grab a couple offensive boards. And at 18 or at 8.5, it just seems it's right around his average. And like Dal said, I mean, we saw last game he grabbed 15, which was unbelievable. But that's kind of where he stands, 9, 10 boards almost every single game. So Evan Mobley tonight just seems like a great play.
Exactly something I didn't touch on too is between the Jared Allen foul trouble. We haven't seen him much so far this season, thank God, because the amount of times we've been targeting Allen, he's kind of stayed out of foul trouble. But if he does do a foul trouble tonight, that's a way for Mobley to kind of get there, which would be awesome. So Mobley over 8.5 rebounds, we do like tonight. Is there anyone else in rebounds, or do you want to hop over to assists?
We can hop over to assists.
I know there's a couple guys here that look pretty good to me. I don't know if there's anyone in particular here that you wanted to highlight.
There's just one guy that I really want to highlight. It seems to me I'm always on him, but that's Tyus Jones. His line's sitting at 6.5. Don't love the matchup against Philly. I think this is going to be a really close game. Not only is it going to be close, Tyus Jones has been scoring well as of late, so that'll keep him in the game a little bit longer. It seems whenever they get down, they pull him just because Desmond Bain is just an unbelievable scorer so far this year. But Tyus Jones has just been racking up the assists. If you just kind of look at his last 5, he's gotten there every single time or has pushed if his line was usually at 6. It's getting the bump here at 6.5 just because he's been playing just over 30 minutes, 34, 35 minutes in the last handful of games. His production has been very well, which is keeping him on the court a lot longer. And he's one of those guys that really doesn't look for his shot. He likes to really run this offense through him, get people open, with Dylan Brooks shooting the ball very well. And Desmond Bain, when they match him up together, has just been unbelievable. But with John Morant still out, Tyus Jones really fills into that role where he runs the offense. He does everything here, and Philly doesn't really scare me with Maxey on him or Milton. So Tyus Jones over 6.5.
Definitely a guy we've been on, targeting him in the fantasy score category more than anything. He's been well for us. so far this season, so I like him here in the spot. A couple other guys that look pretty good. We'll monitor the Luka news. I'm not sure if he's officially listed out yet, but Brunson's the type of guy that steps into that role, plays really well. Didn't see the best game out of him last night. However, he's in a decent spot, and you can't kind of not talk about Darius Garland over these past 2 games, where he's had 12 assists and 13 assists. He's just been playing really well. He's averaging 9 out of his last 5. So he's a guy tonight that looks really good. Especially he could be dealing with Kyle Lowry, so it might be tough to kind of get his shot going. He might be looking to pass the ball, and Cleveland's good, man. I mean, they got some shooters too. Okoro can even knock down the three. A couple guys. I'm not sure if they're still dusting off Dean Wade and putting Dean Wade out there to kind of shoot the ball, things like that. But I know they got a tremendous amount of talent on that team, and Darius Garland's a guy too that can really look to rack up these assists tonight. So he's not in a bad spot.
Yeah,
Oh,
without a
yeah. I mean,
oh,
is there anyone
sorry.
else here? No, you're good.
No, definitely with Brunson. Luca is out, and we've seen when Luca misses, Jalen Brunson has just filled into the role where he really is just making so many assists and so many playmaking, and not only that, um, I'm losing his mind. Porzingis has been playing unbelievable, especially right out of the gates. It's been awesome to see. So Jalen Brunson could rack up a bunch of assists right in the first half.
Yeah, no doubt. And someone like Jay Sean Tate, he had a really good streak too of getting a lot of assists too, but not someone I'm on tonight really. But I just wanted to talk about him a little bit. And 3 pointers made, a tough category as of late. The lines have been really tight over here. I really don't even want to look at Bradley Beal right now. I don't even want to even talk about him. His line's going to stay at 1.5 forever this season. But a guy that I do like here that Riaz was talking about is Kyle Lowry. What do you think about him?
I love Kyle Lowry. We've seen when Jimmy Butler and Bam are out, his production for scoring has been unbelievable. He's hit back-to-back games where he's made four, and not only that, 2 games ago he shot 13 threes, which is kind of crazy to see. And we kind of saw when Jimmy Butler came back, he only shot 3 threes, went 1 for 3, and then the game before he went 1 for 7. So when Jimmy Butler's out, just the production of just his usage in this offense and not really trying to be a playmaker, setting people up. He's got to be one of those guys that score. And like you touched on, Cleveland's been playing very well this year, so they really need Kyle Lowry to go out here and make a couple threes. And same with Tyler Hero, same with Duncan Robinson. But Kyle Lowry from 3 lately has been unbelievable. This line at 2 just seems a little too low, coming off 2 straight 4 3-pointers made.
No doubt. Someone that's definitely shooting the ball really well as of late. I don't mind targeting Kyle Lowry here at all. There's some shooters here. Like I said, Sabonis has been shooting the ball well of late. He's at 1. He's at half, so he needs 1 to hit. That's not a bad spot either. But we'll jump over to fantasy score. Usually the most packed category. I'm not sure if every single game has been posted yet so far. Obviously there's some injury news that has been going on. Some of the later games haven't been posted yet. But is there anyone in fantasy score here that you really like?
Yeah, I'm kind of taking a shot in the dark here with Harrison Barnes. When I looked at it earlier, his line was at 26. It dropped down to 24, so I like it even more. We saw early on in the year, Harrison Barnes was playing unbelievable. I mean, just the first 5 games this year, he had 26, 22, 14, 23, and that's just actual points, not even considering he had six rebounds, 10 rebounds in one game. And this Kings team, they don't really know what's going on. De'Aaron Fox has been playing hit or miss so far this year. They really need Harrison Barnes to come back. The Kings looked very very good when he was really thriving on this team, and 24.5 just seems way too low. Even we know he's been dealing with that foot injury. He seems healthy now. Back to back games where he's played over 25 minutes. So Harrison Barnes here at a big discount. It's almost like when Chris Middleton was out and he came back and he was sitting around 24, 25. It just seems way too low for someone who was consistently 30, 35 fantasy point scorer every single night.
No doubt. It definitely has the potential to go out there and just score 20 points alone, just in the scoring category. So like this guy who can play really good defense and rack up some steals that are worth like 4 points here on Prize Picks, which is amazing to see as well. But I think the reason for his line being so low is the fact that Bagley's been getting a decent amount of run. But I think Barnes matches up really well in this against this game in Toronto. I think they're going to need him to kind of guard some of these really good front court players between Siakam and Barnes, whoever else, or maybe they give Boucher a little bit of run tonight. I think Barnes matches up pretty well with some of those guys compared to Bagley. I know Bagley is a pretty good defender as well. So we just need to see more. I think, but both these guys really are in good spots tonight. But Barnes for sure is a guy that can put the ball in the hoop. So I really like Barnes here in the spot. Is there anyone else here that you like?
Yeah, Jalen Brown, his line's sitting at 28.5. He's making his return. The coach said he'll probably play 30 minutes tonight against this Milwaukee team. This should be a very good game. And we know Jalen Brown. He's an unbelievable player. He kind of does it all between assists, rebounds, and points. And 28.5 just seems way too low. We know they've been just relying on Jason Tatum all year long, and Tatum's going to feel a little bit of relief with Jalen Brown coming back, especially in this tough matchup against Milwaukee. So I would kind of monitor this a little bit, see if he is going to get around 30, 28 minutes. And if he gets that, I have no problem taking this over.
Me either. I was looking at Jalen Brown for sure. We saw some stretches in the season where he just wasn't playing too hot. His points tonight, I believe, are at 17 and a half, maybe 16 and a half, somewhere around in there. Definitely a line I can see shifting a little bit if he's for sure to guarantee to get the run. Tremendous scorer. We know what we're gonna get out of Jalen Brown. Really can put the ball in the hoop. So let's hope that he has a really good game tonight. I really like him over this fantasy score for sure. And that'll wrap things up for us, man. I mean, I talked about the 12 days of Picksmas that the Prize Picks is doing. So let's monitor that. That does start tomorrow. So that Tuesday slate, I'm not sure if we're gonna have like also Taco Tuesday discounts, some Christmas discounts. It's gonna be crazy. But stick around for the remainder up until the holiday season. It's going to be a really fun time over here. Like I said, we're super grateful that you guys have been keeping up with us, even on some of our bad days. You guys are still supporting us. But that's Daily Fantasy Sports for you guys. And like I said, we're on the road to 1,000. If you guys can drop that sub, that would also be amazing as well. So thank you guys. We'll catch you on Tuesday's video.